Hello and welcome to Farming Simulator 22, how to make money with the production chains. I'm UK Gamer 808 and in this video I'll show you some tips and tricks on the clothes production chain. Now for the clothes production chain we need wool, which I've got 4 sheep pastures set up, and you could also need cotton. Now I've been doing a lot of testing and I've found that if you use the spinnery with wool and cotton in, you will get a lot more out of it. They seem to kick out a lot quicker. So if we go over to the wool first of all, well, this one's got wool and fabric, and the other one, what we're doing, we're just putting wool in, and you can see the difference as we go on. So already I filled these up. They take 45,000 litres of wool, 45,000 litres of cotton, and you can see there we're on the production where it's storing everything. Now on the fabric wool, you can see it, the recipe is 60 wool and it gives you 30 fabrics. Now with the cotton it's a little bit more. For every 60 cotton it's 36 fabrics. Now fabric is a really good money maker anyway. It's one of the highest, but the highest one is the clothes. Now for the clothes you need a tailor shop just like this, and out of that you will get these boxes over here of fashion. You can see I've got 10 in there ready to go. Now these retail for a lot of money. Let's go into the prices and I can show you. Right, so fabric at the moment we're on normal settings. You've got the farm shop at 6,600 and then tailor shop's 3,000, and that's at 5,246. Now those two tailor shops are the ones I bought. Now if you go down to clothes, you can see the price is on the up at the moment and it's on 15,243. Now that is per pallet. So when I looked through, it was like one of the best money makers, and you thought, wow. But it does have some drawbacks. Now if you're going to do this, the first thing I recommend you do is go and place your sheep and get them going first and get some cotton on the go. So we're up at the Tailor or something like that. I can't bloody pronounce it. Let's go to the map and I'll show you what I've bought. So we don't want that, we want that. Right, so far these are the fields I bought, and what I did is put cotton in this one. Now they were ploughed, so you got the maximum yield out of each one. I have got weeds and stuff turned off at the moment for this test, and then we also did field number 37. Now from those fields alone I got just over, I think it was 6 bales all in all. So that was using the John Deere one, and the John Deere one takes 10,000 litres per bale. So what I did is we filled this up with wool and cotton, and we're going to leave that running to see how much we get out of it. So far, now we fast forward the time 5 days. Now in order for you to get this wool, now these sheep produce, you get 12 bundles of wool, which will give you 12,000 litres. So that's why I say and do 4, because in the spinnery it takes a maximum of 45,000 litres. So if you do 4 sheep pens, then that will sort you out. But what you want to do first, a top tip, is go and make sure you've got, these are maxed out, so you've got 12 on each of these pens, and then go and get your spinnery. Now there is a little bit of a bottleneck with the spinnery, as they produce, in the time we've done this for 5 days so far, and we produced 5 of those. I think there's some more when we move them out of the way. I'm pretty sure some more is going to get there. Now each one of these sheep, I did put all the different types of sheep in. I split them all up to see if you've got more wool out of one than the other. Seasons isn't on, this is without playing season, and you can see that one over there we've got 4 bales, and then we've got a part bale there. Same with this one over here. There's a little bit of a difference on it. No, that's exactly the same actually, 190 litres. Then this one over here has got 4 bales and then 190 litres as well. Now you go up to this one here. Now this is the expensive, the Welsh sheep, and these ones seem to produce a little bit more wool, where you can see here we have 6 bales and a part bale there. So if you're going to do this, I would... Now, the strange thing is, I did this on another map, and the results were exactly the same. There wasn't much difference. But on this map, for some reason, they seems like the Welsh sheep generate more wool. So I recommend... They are a lot more money, but if they're going to produce wool quicker, then that's what you want. So you go off, create your wool, and then you have your full... So you have 48 litres... 45,000 litres of wool. Put that in your spinnery. Now I've set these up here, so basically I can just grab all these as soon as I got a full load, and we can slide it straight up to this spinnery. Now this spinnery here is just doing wool, and we've got the same production here as the other one at the moment, but I think we will... When I first started doing this, it seemed to be the ones what have got cotton and wool in, they generate more. Now the bottleneck starts from this point on going to the tailor shops. Now the tailor shops only do 1 cycle per hour. As you can see there, 1 cycles per hour is 1, and it's taken 90 fabric, and that will turn it into 45 clothes, just like that. But it seems to be pretty slow, which is why I've got 2 tailor shops. I think if you want to do this mass production, you really need 4 sheep pastures, the large ones. Then you need 2 spinneries, because they can cope with that, no problem whatsoever. And then I would use 4 tailor shops. We're just going to use 2 for the time being and show you how it goes on. Now the field for grass, which I'm using to feed the sheep, I've just done this field down the back over here, and this gives us plenty of grass coming off here. You can use grass, hay, or whatever. It doesn't make any difference whatsoever. As long as you fill them up, that's all you need to do. So I use that field there, and then, like I said, the cotton, we generated 6 bundles of cotton. So the production line is getting going. Now, one of the little top tips for placement is, you can see this one here. I've lined it up with the drop off right there. So what we're going to do first of all is move these bales out the way, and I'm pretty sure when we move these out the way, there's going to be more available, as all the stats and stuff don't seem to be correct at the moment. It doesn't show you, like for instance, each one of these is 1,000, just like that, 1,000. When you go to here, it says there's 32,075. Now I take it that's not including the stuff what's out on the floor. I couldn't really sort of work it out. But anyway, getting back to my top tip, basically all you want is a telehandler, and then put that for the... And then we can just push them all along like that, and they will go straight into the tailors. Now what I found with the tailor is you want to leave this full up before you start production, otherwise the production is going to start and stop all the time, which is why you're better off having... Yeah, we've got a load more appeared there now, so we've generated about 8 of them in 5 days. So I thought that would be the case. Anyway, why isn't that one gone? I think that one's gone a bit too far. Let's bring that back a bit, and then that'll probably disappear. Yes. Now the tailor shop does take a maximum, it looks to be, is probably about the same amount, and you can see there we're in the red still, so it's still only saying like 5,000 litres. This is why you're better off not activating that. You click that to activate. Don't activate that until that bar up there is pretty full, otherwise it just keeps running out all the time, and this is one of the little pitfalls I have found with it. So let's get those other ones in. So all in all, we had 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 of them there. We'll just check to make sure they're all full. Where that one's 1,000, that one's 1,000, and that one's 1,000. Brilliant. So they're all full, ready to go. So let's go and push these ones back over here, and hopefully I can do this. Yes. Oh, there it is. Slide it over. It saves you a lot of loading where you can just push these over. I've set it up so we can do exactly the same with the wool as well. Now the cotton, The cotton does take quite a long time to grow, and if you're going to do this, I recommend you probably have a few more fields than I've already got. It does give you 6 bales, but you're just going to want, ideally you want to sort of mass produce everything and have it there in abundance, and then that way the production line will keep going. Because what I found is the tailor shops just keep stopping all the time, where they're just struggling. They are struggling with the because it's those 2 cycles an hour. Then it just takes time for them to fill up. So that's why I'm recommending you wait till they're full up before you start the tailor shops off. Now we will fast forward time again, and let's just drop that down, move them out the way, and then we should have a few more. See, I should have positioned this a little bit better, and then we could have pushed these straight. Oh, that's another one straight away. So that one, you can see with the wool, off the other one we got 8 fabrics, and off this one we've only got, what is that, 1 2 3 4 5, there's 6. So using cotton, well there's 7 now actually, using cotton and wool will give you a lot more yield. So I'll tell you what, we will take this one, I'll go and load these up, and we'll put these into this tailor shop, and then what we will do is go off, fast forward time a day, and then we should have a little bit more fabric in. As getting all this sorted, as soon as they're all full up, they don't seem to run out very quickly, which is what you want, because otherwise you just find you're always filling them up and you're not getting a lot of fabric out of them. Now, like I said, the fabric is the best way of making money on Farming Simulator, but it has got some drawbacks with it by well, the amount that the tailor shop kicks out. It doesn't kick out anymore. I hope they change it a little bit, because it is quite slow, but it is what it is. Anyway, I'm going to go and load these, and then we're going to fast forward time a day, and then we'll be back. Actually, I might fast forward time a couple of days until we've got enough in the tailor shop to run the production and it not run out. So I'll be back in 2 or 3 days. We're in November now. I started this in June, so we'll probably end up fast forwarding to June, July, something like that. So I will see you back in a moment. Right then, so I fast forward time another 4 days, and it takes 4 days to get these 5 pallets. If we push these out the way, then we might get there might be a few more come through. So we've got 35,000 litres of wool, and we've got 38,000 litres, oh hang on, 38,000 litres of cotton still left being run through the production. But we'll move these out the way, push them straight into the tailor shop, just like that. We've got another one up here. And if that's what I've been trying to do as well is make sure they are full of loads, 1,000 litres. And yeah, you can see that one there is, oh it is, I don't know why it does that. It comes up, it says it's fabric 243, and then that is saying it's 1,000. So as long as it's 1,000, I've been putting it into the tailor shop. Now the tailor shop should be filling up pretty quickly now, and we're also nearly got another load of, oh no, let's get that, drop it down a bit. We've got another load of wool where the sheep have been generated. We'll go over and check that now. So we'll drop that one there. So in that one now we should have quite a bit. You can see it's actually in the green now. So if we start production off, it will run out, but you're better off filling it all up first, and then getting production going. On the other one, we've only got 6,000 on that one at the moment. So let's go over and fill that one up as well, and have a look on how the wool production's doing. So the wool production, we have what, 6, 7, 8 and a bit bales, and then the Welsh ones, you can see there's a hell of a lot more. we've got your 6 on the back there, and then there's the 4 on the front, so they do generate a lot more wool. Now we go over, let's just push these up too so I can pick them. Oh, let's get that lined up just like that, and then we can push all these together and then pick them up 2 by 2. You can actually stack them on top of each other, but the telehandler will pick them up. The forklift will only take a couple of them because they are quite heavy. It's 460, driving like an idiot now, hang on, 460 kilos. But you can see already that the sheep, I keep saying sheep, the cotton and wool together do generate a lot more fabric. Right, so that's the one with just wool, and you can see in that one now we have, that is that one, isn't it? Yeah, we have, I should have probably named it the wool one, never mind. That one's got 11,099 litres in it. Now if we go on to the one over here, you will see a lot more. I should probably just look for that through the menu. So there's no more appeared there, which is great. And this one has got 13,000, well, nearly 1,400. So you can see it generates a hell of a lot more from having cotton and wool. So now they're actually in the green, I think we might start the production process as they're in the green. So hopefully they should start generating, and we should have enough to keep filling them up. So let's activate those 2 there. So that's both of them activated, and all we need to do now is speed up time. Now I have been filling the animals up as we go to make sure they're all pretty topped up, where if we go to the animal pens, you can see they need a little bit of food there, but they're nearly maxed out on the wool again as well. So it does nearly take a year to generate all this wool, but it's worth it, because as soon as the fabric starts flying out, then that is the money maker. So let's fast forward time. I'll see you back in a moment. Right then, so we have no more space for pallets, so that has taken 10 months to generate the wool. Well, I think the only one was full up is the, yeah, those are still the same. They still got a little bit to go on those ones, but the ones with the Welsh, that is full up, ready to go. Right, so going over to our production now, I fast forwarded 2 days, so we have 3 bundles here, and we should have, there we go, we have 2 fashion on that one. Now if we go and check this one out the back, that one's got exactly the same, so it doesn't appear to be you have any more from doing sheep and wool at the moment, but I think that will sort itself out in time. So let's go to see what the values are. What? No, I did wrong one. I tell you what, I didn't even realize you could change everything on there. So you can see it has shot down quite a bit now, but it's still in the green. So if we keep it in the green, we should be okay, as we've still got some more fabric to put in there. So we are getting there. So I'm going to go and do the same again, where I'm going to push these ones back in. Well, tell a lie, I think we ought to move some. Let's go and move some of this wool first. Now I've got a little top tip for that. Right, so these ones are full up, and what I found is if you get yourself, I'm using a manure fork, and you can just push all these straight out the way, just like that. Now it moves 12 of them without any issues. Now we don't want to drop them into there at the moment, because the whole idea is we wanted to see how much 50,000 wool and how much 50,000 wool and cotton is going to produce us for fashion wise. So we'll leave that running as it is there. I will go and move these, put these ones in, and then we will fast forward time again, and that will be a full year since I got the sheep going. Well, for the second time, as we generated a year's worth of wool before I even started this test. So that's the 3 of them in there, and that should be topped up a little bit now. That bit is nicely in the green. It's what we want. I'll go back over, do the other one, and then we can fast forward time and actually start getting some pallets out the back. Right, I will be back in a moment. Right then, so we are now in November, and I've fast forwarded time quite a few times, and we have finally 6 of the fashion boxes. Now I think when we move them we will have a few more as if we go in. So this is the one what we did sheep, I keep saying sheep, this is the one we did wool and cotton, and you can see that one's still got 9,600 in there. The spinner has managed to sustain that all the way through, so it hasn't dropped below the green whatsoever. Now when we go on to the other one, you can see there's a lot less in there. That's the one we're just using wool, and that's got 6,624. So there's a big difference in there, but the main difference is you look on the spinnery with the wool and the cotton. We got 22,000 of wool left, and we got 25,000 of cotton. Now the one we just did wool only, that is out. That is totally out. So it just goes to show you that using cotton and wool will generate you a hell of a lot more than just wool on its own. I was hoping it would do the same for wool, because wool is a lot easier. Now in that time frame we've generated 12 full pallets there, and then over the back here we've still got another, well, there's nearly another 12 pallets there. So you can sustain it. As soon as you keep everything in the green, it stays in the green. So let's move some of these pallets out the way, and we will then see if we've got any more hidden behind there, because they do sort of hide them away. So I'll be back in a minute. So here is the results, and it is a little bit of a strange one. I'm surprised. So we have 8 pallets what come out of the cotton and wool tailor shop, and then on the tailor shop what we just had wool only, which bear in mind that is empty now, so there's no wool left in there. Although we have, over the time period, you're always going to generate plenty of wool to put back into there, so the production won't stop. But when we go around the back, we've got exactly the same amount of pallets, which is 8. So all in all, out of those 2 tailors shops, we generated 16 of those pallets. But you're better off doing it with sheep. I keep saying bloody sheep. You're better off doing it with cotton and wool, because you look how much we've got left in this one. That's crazy. We've still got 22,000 on the wool and 25,000 on the cotton. So production's still going to carry on for that one. With the wool one, that's the tailor shop for the wool there. You can see there's 6,500 left in there. We've always had more fabric coming out of the wool and cotton one than we did out of the wool only one. So prices for clothes at the moment are 13,713. So we don't really want to sell that at the moment. The fabrics, it has gone up a little bit more. It's up to the 6,000 mark now. But ideally, the best thing with Farming Simulator is sell it when it's at its highest. So I'm going to go in and load these up, and we're going to sell. I think we'll fast forward. We'll fast forward another month. I think we'll probably get a couple more pallets out of that one. And if we'll fast forward for one day, and then we will sell it, because I'm pretty sure the price will change. Back in a moment. Right, so here we are at the farm shop, and the current price, I've just let it go up to its highest, and it's 18,879. So if we drive that in there, that should just disappear, and that should bank us. There it is, the 18,879. So pretty good money maker. It does take a lot of time to go through, but it's one of those things, if you get it set up on your farm, and then when you're doing other stuff, you can just keep an eye on that, and then every now and again you're going to make some big money. Where you see the money went up there, we got £320,000 plus the 18,000 on the other one, so £338,000 from fabric. Righto, that's it for this little FS tutorial on the production chains, the clothing production chain, the best way to generate money for your farm. So it seems like that is the highest production chain there is. It just takes a little bit of time cracking on with it, but there you go. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, always appreciate you smash that like button for me. And if you are new to the channel, then why not hit that subscribe and you won't miss any future videos. Thanks for watching. Till the next time, goodbye.